Hey guys, welcome to my embarrassing stories video. Oh, my phone's ringing, hang on. I have to show you this, but apparently I've called myself once it focuses. I don't know how that could happen. Hey guys, welcome to my embarrassing stories video. My life is just an embarrassment. Okay, so it was my first year in high school. I was in year 7 and I was at my athletics carnival and we just muck around and it's just like a day off, literally. We can just hang out with your friends and it was my first year, so I was just still getting to know everyone. I was with my friends on the oval and we decided to go back to the grandstand where our friends were. So we had to jump over a gate and she jumped over the gate first and then I followed, but my leg got caught like right up to my upper thigh. And so I had one leg up in the air and I was like trying to reach over so I can unhinge myself. And by this point, my brother's friends were on the first row of the grandstand and they could clearly see me. I was directly in front of them and they were all just laughing. They were all just like laughing their heads off. And I looked over to my friend and I was like, can you help me? Like seriously, I'm standing here with my leg up. I just had my leg just hanging over the fence. I was like going like this, like trying to get underneath and unhinge myself, but in the end I decided to just pull away and I just had like a little hole in my leggings, but oh god, the fact that it was right in front of the grandstands made it 10 times worse. All I could really focus on was my friends just my brother's friends just pointing and laughing. But yeah, how's that for a start to year 7? The next one was also from high school. I think I was in year 11 and we had to present a speech. And for some particular reason, I wanted to have a presentation as well. So I was setting up the computer and setting up the smartboard and I turned around to face the class and everyone was kind of looking at me funny. Like I looked around and everyone was just like, and then I look over to my friend and she was like, Shannon, Shannon, Shannon. And I looked down and my entire, like all my top button of my shirt was undone. Everyone could see my bra and I just turned around to face the board and I was like, it was like, oh shit, because I had to present my speech. I just looked over at my teacher, I was like, oh my god. It was just the most embarrassing time of my life, I would have to say. But I got a fairly good mark for that speech. I thought I would get a little bit better since I had a bit more presentation. But yeah, it would have had to been one of the most embarrassing times during high school. I feel like I'm getting bitten by mosquitoes right now. So the next story was from when I was on a cruise with my family and we started off from Miami and we were just doing like a night cruise to the Bahamas. So there was like a big massive buffet and it was sort of like, I suppose you would say the layout of the buffet was sort of like a sushi train in a way. Michael's home. So,
oh hi.
Oh hey. What's that? Oh, is that the sourdough?
Work boots.
Oh, work boots. This is work food. Okay. I'm just like filming right now. And you just walked right into it.
Sure. Look. My fucking shoe toes. My steel cap actually fell out of my boot today when I was walking downstairs. I'm not even joking, just fell out on the floor. You see? So
nice. Just to add, I'm actually filming my embarrassing stories video right now. So. Just to add to it.
Yeah.
I'll just dash a bit of Michael into there.
Nice. Embarrassing all over, it's alright, don't worry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyways, I'd say like the layout of the buffet was kind of like a sushi train, because in the middle there was chefs where there were chefs in the middle and they were serving food. But of course, me being such a dumbass, I walked right into the center where the chefs were cooking, and I grabbed my plate and I was starting to grab my food from there. And one of the chefs turned to me and was like, you gotta grab the food from the outside. I was thinking, oh my god. Stupid Ed. Oh, this was so embarrassing, because when the chef said that to me, I looked up and there were people directly in front of me grabbing food and sort of like, oh my god, what a stupid Ed. The next story, my car was parked in the driveway and my mum asked me to move my car. So she wanted me to move my car because my dad would want to park in the driveway. Basically, I walked out and I moved my car. I was just cruising down around the block, just playing my music. My music was blaring. I was just cruising along, and then all of a sudden I see a little spider, or not a little spider, it was a huge ass huntsman, and it was crawling slowly down the windshield. And I'm absolutely terrified of spiders. Absolutely terrified. And when I saw it, I was just like creaching down. I was just like kind of sloping down into my seat, like, oh shit. And I was wearing thongs. For some reason, I just had a rational thought that the spider would crawl down into the vents, and I would feel it would just crawl onto my feet and then crawl up my leg and then just destroy my face. I just had this thought that the spider would crawl into the vents and then it would just be game over for me. So instead of doing what normal people do and pull the handbrake, instead I jumped out of the moving car and the car rolled into a van. And basically the front of my car was completely smashed, but my car was completely smashed at the front, but the van was alright, thankfully. I think the tail light was a little bit broken, but my car was completely smashed. By this time, a whole load of people came out, like all my neighbours came out and was like, what the hell? Because they heard a smash. And I told them what happened, and I was like shaking. I ran home and I was crying to my mum. I was like, Mum, I just smashed my car. And I said to her, there was a spider in it, and she was like, oh, Shannon. She comes out with me, and yeah, she saw the car was completely smashed, and oh, it was just so embarrassing, because well, what made it embarrassing was the fact that the spider was actually on the outside of the car. Idiot moment there as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and you'll be seeing me in some more story time videos, hopefully, if I have the time for it. Bye, Felicia.